This may look like a typical rural Hoosier scene, but it's not. It's a shooting gallery. And the sharpshooters who use this range can squeeze off 4,200 rounds a minute. The place is Camp Atterbury, the guns fired by pilots of Grissom Air Force Base's newest arrival, the A10. But to take you on this ride, we need to take you back a little. First, to Grissom. You don't just hop into an Air Force jet. You have to be fitted, instructed, and just hang around the base for a while. Okay. Fitting includes a snug helmet with a fit that would be the envy of any tailor.
How's that feel on you, okay? Okay. Now I'm going to run the oxygen up just a little higher and we'll check it that way, okay?
The mask provides oxygen and also houses a microphone. It all must fit with no gaps. If not, it will slide under the G-forces of the maneuvers to come later. When fully outfitted, the pilot in command of an A-10 is wearing nearly $8,000 in gear alone. That doesn't include the ejection seat, which in effect you wear too, because if there's trouble, you'll feel that seat in your behind when passengers and plane go separate ways.
Okay, now you have to take the gold key and hook right here.
Ejection training comes complete with instructions on what line connects where, what to push and what to pull, and what it will look like if you do it right. Watch out for the power lines, the tree limbs, and lakes. Now a little about the plane. The A-10 is a ground support craft. Its job is to knock out enemy tanks, artillery, and the like. To do that, it can carry up to 16,000 pounds of munitions and fire a 30-millimeter armor-piercing cannon. And when it strikes, it can knock the turret off the heaviest tanks and even roll lighter tanks as if they were tin cans being smacked by a .22. It's a single-seater, so for this trip, we'll ride along in a jet replaced by the A-10 at Grissom, the A-37. It's smaller in comparison to the A-10, but it's no slouch. Our predetermined route takes us from Grissom in formation with the A-10s by way of Shelbyville, approaching Camp Atterbury from the east. Low ceilings this day kept us near 3,000 feet, which in a craft that swallows up the countryside at nearly 400 miles an hour gets us to Atterbury in minutes. However, the ride en route is like riding in an easy chair compared with what we are about to encounter over the range when we fall in behind the A-10s as they make their bombing and strafing runs. The jets swoop down, coming within 100 feet of the ground, and after the target is passed, pilots execute sharp, ascending turns at over 300 miles per hour, setting up 4 G-forces and more, meaning a 200-pound man weighs 800 pounds at peak force. The pressure causes the uninitiated to labor just to breathe. In fact, it's more of a grunt, and the stomach loses all sense of direction. Put with that the pilot's job of hitting a bullseye below, and you have target practice at Atterbury. The pilots who belong to the 434th Tactical Fighter Wing are required to make 60 such sorties a year. Grissom pilots average between 150 and 180. In addition, most hold down full-time civilian jobs. Their friends who don't go in for such part-time military work don't understand why these pilots keep up 2 careers. But those of us who have always dreamed of piloting such flying machines wonder how they can find time for a civilian job at all.